Hello, Leo. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are doing your love reading. So let's get started with your oracles. Messages for Leo. Have you deserve love? You are lovable. On the bottom is religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. All right, let's get the handmade cards. We're going to get 3 of these. Love messages for Leo. Have a cycle is ending, bound to something or someone, and getting your blessings. On the bottom is juggling, wishy-washy, indecisive. Hmm. This looks like someone may feel like they're bound to someone else, like knowing something is over but struggling to let go, or feeling like letting go is a struggle. Let's get the love situations. I'm going to get 3 of these for more context. Love messages for Leo. Thorny rose, painful love experiences, fight for love and worth the troubles. Unrequited, one-sided love, not enough attraction, feelings are not mutual. And not budging, refusing to change, stubborn, inflexible, both standing your ground. Yeah, this seems like a relationship where uh, the one dealing with this knows it's not good. They know they should probably get out of it, but something is keeping them holding on. Yeah, see on the bottom is true love, experiencing wholeness, unconditional love, long lasting bond. Um, what could be keeping someone holding on is the hope for true love in this situation, or waiting on that like unconditional love. It's almost like waiting for the other person to change or do things differently. Uh, Feeling hopeful in a hopeless situation. Let's go ahead and get started with the tarot. I'm going to start with the overall energy. Tell me about the overall energy for Leo. Seven of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords. And Ten of Swords. Yep. Someone here is trapped in their thoughts about ending this relationship. I'm telling you, someone knows that the relationship needs to end, but there is a reason or something that is preventing this person from doing that. See, this is talking about no longer avoiding something, but someone's trapped in their thoughts about an ending, a harsh ending. On the bottom is Queen of Pentacles. So this is saying, I know I should end this, but I'm trapped in my thoughts about doing that for some reason. For some reason, I can't bring myself to do it. Seven of Swords in reverse, Eight of Swords, Ten of Swords. Six of Swords. No longer avoiding, moving on, moving forward, moving out. The Emperor. So whoever's dealing with this is trapped in their thoughts about taking control of the situation. Any confusion or illusion becoming clear. It's showing up like the writing's on the wall for the one who's dealing with this. For whoever's dealing with this, they know what they need to do, but they can't get out of their head to take that action. This would be like overthinking. Um, this could be fears. What if this happens? What if I do this and this happens or that happens? It's almost like someone talking themselves out of doing something, in this case, ending a relationship that they know they should be ending. Six of Swords, Emperor, Seven of Cups in reverse. The Hermit, no longer avoiding moving on, being on your own. This is also like the Hermit can also be about reflection or going within. This is about taking action, no longer thinking about something and taking action. So the Queen of Swords, yeah, seeing things clearly. The one who's dealing with this is seeing things clearly that they need to take control of the situation, take a leadership role in the situation, but they're trapped in their thoughts. So it's saying that someone's overthinking is what's causing the resistance. Five of Wands in reverse, yeah. No longer fighting. It's become clear to no longer fight for the relationship and put an end to it. Tell me about the overall energy for Leo. Friendship, team, connection, network. Whoever's doing this could be getting advice from friends to no longer avoid. It seems like it's clear to everyone, even the person who's dealing with this, that it's time to leave. But there is something that is preventing that from happening. Marriage, sweet love, couple, dependency. Dependency, codependency. To me, the reason someone is staying, it's like a mind thing for them. And either, I'll have to get more into it to know, either this is some kind of toxic relationship and that's why this person is staying trapped in their thoughts, or there is something, it could even be like a situation where the one dealing with this has been with the other for a long time and there's fear in a big life change, but someone is holding themselves back from doing what they know they should do. Libation, donation, pray, and religion. Yeah, no longer fighting for, it's become clear, no longer fighting for the relationship, a harsh ending. On the bottom is Fury. Let's see the situation. Tell me about the situation for Leo. So we have the Sun in reverse, Leo energy. Hanged Man in reverse, Pisces energy. And the Three of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. What I feel like is the one who's dealing with this wants the other to put the effort in. So what I feel like here is maybe the person who's dealing with this doesn't necessarily want the relationship to end, but they do want it to change, but that's not happening. The other person is not putting in the work to make that happen. Because this seems like it's saying, I could get myself unstuck if the other person would work together with me. So this seems to me like it's one of those situations where only one person in the relationship cannot do all the work and expect it to be a good, healthy relationship. You can't do all the work and the other not put any effort in and it be a successful relationship. Um, it has to be equal give and take. There has to be balance. And I feel like whoever's dealing with this is hoping for that, but they're not seeing results. The Sun in reverse, Hanged Man in reverse, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, see, waiting. Waiting, but not, there's a lack of clarity. Waiting on something, but not seeing it. Yeah. See, if it's indicating if I could get my person to work together with me, I wouldn't have to walk away. I could become unstuck from the situation I feel like I'm in. Yeah. Things would not have to change if my person would work together, if they would bring that equal give and take, if they would help bring that balance. But it's saying it's non existent. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Cups in reverse, Death in reverse. Knight of Swords, yep. Two of Wands in reverse. And the Four of Wands. Now, this is showing up as someone who's saying, I don't want to have to make a choice. I don't want to have to make a change. I want the other person to do what they need to do to make this work. But the thing is you can't force the other person to do what they need to do. So that's where I feel like the resistance is the one who's dealing with this is waiting on the other to make some sort of change so they don't have to do the hard stuff because they don't want to do the hard stuff. And I just don't feel like that's going to happen. Tell me about the situation for Leo. It feels like false hope. Someone has false hope. And I feel like they know that they have false hope, but they keep extending their waiting, hoping for change. Yeah, see, stop. It's indicating the one who's dealing with this is like, I see where this is going, but I want there to be, like, I'm wanting miracles to happen here. I'm wanting drastic change where all this that I see is coming will be put to a halt. Yeah, blind, not seeing. Yeah. See, someone wants to, the one dealing with this wants to become unstuck. They don't want to have to choose in regards to whether they should walk away or not. But see, it's saying, as far as that goes, the one who's dealing with this does not see change. They don't see what they want happening because the other person isn't putting in the effort to bring balance to the relationship. Yeah, memory. This is like wanting to stay, either this is wanting things to be how they used to be at some point in the past, or this is not. This is like staying stuck in the past, not wanting to change. I feel like there is, for the one dealing with this, there is a bit of a fear of change or fear of the unknown, fear of what is in the future. So let's see the outcome. Tell me about the outcome for Leo. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is talking about, like, these cards. You deserve love. You are lovable. Getting your blessings. So this is talking about hindsight being 2020. So someone can't see the forest for the trees. The one dealing with this is who I'm talking about. They can't see the forest for the trees because they can't see that maybe they would be happier by moving on. Because what it feels like to me is somehow this relationship has reached its peak. There's no more expansion or growth. This relationship has reached some sort of stuck point. Like this is as far as it's going, and it's saying what someone isn't learning is that their wish fulfillment is going to come from a new beginning or starting something new. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Cups, Ace of Wands. So that's indicating doing something different. Yeah, see the Ace of Wands in reverse. Not seeing a new beginning is what brings wish fulfillment. King of Swords, using logic, truth. Truth is that wish fulfillment is starting something new. Yeah. Ending burdens by starting something new. And I mean that is how it is for a lot of relationships where people feel stuck or they're in toxic relationships or there's control or manipulation. You can't see what's on the other side until you cross that threshold towards that new beginning. And this is another one of those situations. It's saying you think you may want this, but actually your wish fulfillment is on the other side of this situation. Ace of Wands, King of Swords, Ace of Wands in reverse, King of Swords, Ten of Wands in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Eight of Swords in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse. This section here is very clear. It's clearly saying that the one who's dealing with this is in some kind of denial here in regards to the relationship, which I don't feel like it is like full denial. I think whoever's dealing with this knows that the relationship is reaching its end, that they're only extending the end of this relationship. And it's saying no longer be trapped in your thoughts. Use logic in regards to what you want your wish fulfillment to be. So it's really talking about changing perspective, um, because I feel like it's trying to say instead of looking back at the past or looking at this complacency, this comfort zone that you're in, and seeing that as your comfort, think about, what could be moving forward and positive changes that could be made in moving forward, starting something new. It's like it's asking, what do you really want? Dig deep to find out what it is you truly want or what will truly bring you wish fulfillment and happiness. Because it's saying no longer avoiding ending burdens by starting something new. It's without a doubt indicating for the one dealing with this that the way to go is to start something new. And what I mean by starting something new, to me, it seems like it could be indicating a change within the relationship, but to me, it feels more like stepping out of that comfort zone of a dead end relationship and seeing what else is out there. Being willing to broaden your horizons and not being trapped in your thoughts about all of the what could go wrongs, but all of the what could go rights. Tell me about the outcome for Leo. And stubbornness. Very similar to what I was talking about being in denial. It is a bit of stubborn energy, because this is someone thinking, if I stay here long enough, something will change. even though I know where this is headed. This is headed towards an ending. Promise, responsible, confirmation, and assurance. See, this is talking about using logic and no longer being trapped in your thoughts. Assurance. This is saying stop negative talking to yourself. Assurance. Using logic in regards to your wish fulfillment. What is it you truly want? Not what your um, brain, not what your thoughts are, negatively thinking. Alliance, trust, honest, compatibility. Trust that in order to, by no longer avoiding your burdens, ending your burdens by starting something new. That fury keeps staying on the bottom, and I don't know where the anger is coming from. It's really not talking a lot about the other person's energy, but the one who's dealing with this could be angry because they're not seeing results from the other. It is clear, though, that whoever is dealing with this is not satisfied in the relationship, it seems, whatsoever. So tell me about the advice for Leo. Seven of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. See, what this feels like to me is the one who's dealing with this is very dependent on the other making a change. And it's not happening. It's saying it is not happening. It's like I'm waiting on the other to get it together, but it's not happening. It's saying don't, you shouldn't have to hold the other person's hand through a relationship in order to make it work. It's indicating to me like stop wasting, don't continue wasting your time on something that isn't going to happen, or on something that isn't going to change, or someone that isn't going to change. Seven of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Lovers. See, this is about making a choice in regards to waiting. This is also about looking back at the past, making a choice. Magician in reverse, not taking act. Yeah. See, it's saying that the one who's dealing with this is not taking action because they're waiting on the other person to get it together. Not a Wands, taking action. It is saying now's the time to take action. I'm hearing that saying the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So that's what this is talking about here. It's like take action to go towards your wish fulfillment, to go towards a new beginning, not repeating the cycle. Lovers, Magician in reverse, Knight of Wands. Oh, see, it says a cycle is ending. Yep. Three of Swords. See, looking back, this is either about making a choice or using heart over head. This is talking about coming to the terms with the fact that the relationship has brought sadness, heartbreak, or disappointment, or it's saying using heart over head, that time's being wasted. It's time to end the relationship. Yeah. This is talking about not taking action, and the action is to move forward towards wish fulfillment, a new beginning. It's once again, whoever is dealing with this is waiting on the other to do what they need to do. And that is not, there's no, there's nothing coming from that. Yeah. Making the choice to take action and not repeat the cycle. So, what the advice feels like to me is saying, as long as you continue doing, as long as the one dealing with this continues doing what they're doing, that this is going to just repeat and repeat. And it's just a never ending game of waiting on the other to make a change that's never going to happen. So it's saying, in order to break this cycle, the one who's dealing with this needs to take the action to put an end to it. Tell me about the advice for Leo. Luck. This is like the Wheel of Fortune. This is about doing what's best for you. Using a heart overhead, looking back, using heart overhead in regards to sadness, heartbreak, disappointment, or breakup. Disturbance, obscure, irritation, and supernatural. See, this is talking about waiting on the other to do what they need to do. Irritation and aid, mercy, charity, kindness. Saying do yourself a kindness by ending this cycle. It feels to me like it's saying that too much time is being wasted. There's better opportunities for the one who's dealing with this. There's better opportunities, and you're the one for the one who's dealing with this. You're doing yourself a disservice by waiting and hanging around on someone who's not putting in the effort. I also feel like this is not anything that whoever's dealing with this doesn't already know. This feels to me like a situation where someone just needs the push to go in the direction that they know they need to go in. Like, really, none of this is really actually news to the one who's dealing with this. So let's get the closing messages. Closing messages for Leo. Says, I am grateful for my path to love and understand the importance of the lessons. You're learning valuable lessons through all the wrong connections and solitude. What might your partner need you to know? On the bottom, it says, I am worthy of the love of my dreams, which is literally like this card. You deserve love. You are lovable. It says, what qualities and attributes do you love? Nope. What qualities and attributes do you value in a partner? How do these qualities reflect your own self-worth? See, that's what I feel like. I feel like because someone is, it's like the one dealing with this is holding themselves back, and that's affecting their own self-worth. Because it's saying, if the other person is not willing to give you what you need, then move on. Start something new. Find your wish fulfillment. All right. And the last messages for Leo. They are the one. You have already met the romantic partner you seek. So I wouldn't imagine it's talking about this person. There may be, in reading that, there may be someone you have in mind that's been around, that there's some sort of connection. And on the bottom it says, redirect your thoughts. Focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not on what you fear will happen. That's talking about that Eight of Swords I kept talking about, being trapped in your thoughts. There definitely needs to be a change in perspective in regards to the thoughts that someone has in their head that is preventing them from moving forward. A change in perspective. All right, Leo, that is what I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading or if it resonated, please hit the like button, subscribe if you like, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.